Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wildcats offense will take the field first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at him mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Texas offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really...
Looking for the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to execute.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And it's going to be a down Texas.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get up. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it! And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Always fun to see 2 of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some...
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Handoff to the lone back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open. That chance to be complete.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
Man, I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it.
There he goes! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Continues to fight for yards. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Off the RPO, complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Wants to go up top. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Never a doubt.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Here's the handoff. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On the ground, it's McNabb. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown. Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find some.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside on all your runs, making sure that backside, they're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught him in it. The defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
And he'll bring it back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he's got it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. And now this offense will take the field again. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for room. It's McNabb. Turning it on. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground and you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the toss. Fighting off the defender. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floating away. He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorn! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm rotating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, or get us some points?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And after that last sack, man, you can just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. All wideouts, no backs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Lacy. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Firing to the right, complete. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half.
On the double.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Pulls it in. It's McNabb. Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your...
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Corners are walked up tight. Gonna run it. It's short. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Firing deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and when you come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Longhorn! Stealing a score on special teams.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive. Oh, he's got some space. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Reads it, fires complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the ground with the back. This defense defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Texas offense. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. Got enough for the first. There he goes. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this receiver has tons of speed, and I love this offensive coordinator getting him involved in the run game. You don't just have to throw him ghosts and post routes. Just let him use that speed and elusiveness. Out on the perimeter, in the open field, the reverse ends up being an explosive touchdown for the offense.
And the returner will be dragged down. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. Creates a little room. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Wildcats just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Doyle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Wide open downfield. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the run, it's McNabb. Just ran him over. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out.
Turning it on! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Quarterback making checks. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Uncorks it. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
Hey, this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another guy. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The give to the tailback. Hard running there.